Anshul. In fact, we are now getting some more breaking news on the broadcast. The wrestlers versus the Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh saga continues. We have now been told that the Delhi police recommends the dropping of the POCSO charges, which is a very, very important update in this particular case. Because remember, there was a minor involved. She had level sexual harassment allegations against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. She had eventually gone on to change her statements before the magistrate, and it was up to the magistrate to decide which version of the statement needs to be taken. Now, with the Delhi police recommending the dropping of the POCSO charges, this does become a big development in this particular case. Let me bring Ananya back on the broadcast for more inputs on this story. Ananya, like you were mentioning, it is final now. The POCSO charges should be dropped. That's the recommendation that's coming in from the Delhi police. And what Anshul was also telling us, from the 1,000-page charge sheet, it is being learned that it's not a very foolproof case against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, something that the wrestlers would not have wanted.
Well, yes, as you remember, Grihas, CNN News 18's, Anshul had actually confirmed this at least 2 weeks ago that, the Delhi police have not found any kind of corroborative evidence against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. And even after continuing its investigation for full 60 days, it has not found a corroborative evidence, neither in fact, the major case, nor in fact, the minors case whether of the POCSO case. But the big update here is again that on July 4 the closure report of the Delhi police would be deliberated upon by the POCSO court in Delhi's Patiala House Court. So definitely big update coming in, public prosecutor confirming that there is a closure report that is filed by the Delhi police. That Delhi police has recommended that there is no corroborative evidence to actually indicate even prima facie that there is a case that is made out against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh under stringent sections of the Prevention of Children from Sexual Offences or the POCSO Act. Now, the other aspect of it from where Anshul is currently reporting is with regards to the Rouse Avenue Court, where the charge sheet has been to be filed by the Delhi police. They've already reached Atul Srivastav. Public prosecutor has just left the Patiala House Court and is going to, in fact, Delhi's Rouse Avenue Court. The distance is almost like 5 to 10 minutes by a drive, and in next 10 to 12 minutes we might see that Atul Srivastav would reach Delhi's Rouse Avenue Court, and a hearing could begin in another 15 to 20 minutes. And what will the Delhi police say? How will the Delhi police actually make out a case? And what would be the strongest cogent argument that Mr. Srivastav would be putting forth before the court? Is something that is a matter of time, which Anshul and our colleagues would be bringing in from the Rouse Avenue Court, but we'll have to wait for that. But in the POCSO case, the big development is that the Delhi police has now filed a closure report that would be deliberated on July 4th by Delhi's Patiala House Court. This is the POCSO court that would be hearing this particular case. Remember that these are in-camera hearings when there are offences with regards to minors involved, and that's the reason we'll have to wait for July 4 to get more information, because these reports are also, these closure reports are also a part of sealed cover and are filed by the Delhi police in a very, very sealed envelope, and that's the reason why the contents of this or even the identity of the minor cannot be actually revealed.
All right. Ananya, I'd request you to stay on with us. Let me also bring in Siddharth Mishra, our colleague who's joining us. Siddharth, the fact that the police have now recommended the quashing of the POCSO charges, the cancellation of this case altogether. If we actually get our viewers some background on this particular case, on the statement of the minor that was changed by her, what can we bring up to speed our viewers with? Because this was an important aspect of this particular case, right in the run-up to the filing of the charge sheet, that the statement by the minor was changed.
Well, absolutely. And in fact, these two FIRs were filed after the intervention by the Honorable Supreme Court. And basically 2 FIRs were filed by the Connaught Place police station, which is perhaps probing and looking into this entire matter. So in one of the FIRs, what we have been given to understand is, and perhaps I was right outside the court premises when public prosecutor was leaving after filing the cancellation report. So in the POSCO case, Greha, which you are talking about, in that particular case, the cancellation report has been filed before the court, and in fact the next hearing is on 4th of July. So in fact, even some of the newspapers have also reported that how the minor wrestler has changed her statement, before a statement before the magistrate, the initial statement which she gave. She has completely taken a U-turn from that statement. Perhaps that has resulted in the fall, in the collapse of this particular FIR, which was filed by Delhi police, against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. So this particular case, since Delhi police has filed cancellation report, is a big relief for Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. But as far as the charge sheet which is going to get filed in the Rao Avenue court, and which my other colleagues, those who have been tracking this case, Anshul and Ananya, have been talking about, in that particular charge sheet, it would really be interesting to see what allegations are being levelled against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, and to what extent Delhi police has taken those allegations seriously, because we have been told that the statements of people from Akhada, the statement of all these wrestlers who have been making accusation against Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, their statements all have been recorded in that particular charge sheet. So we can expect a hearing to begin in some time from now. Not perhaps the proper hearing, but the process of filing the charge sheet in the court. It's a lengthy procedure. So that will start from some time from now. And we've also been told that the charge sheet is of 1,000 pages,
yes,
and it consists of statements of people from Akhada, and even the people those who were close to Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, the wrestlers who have been making accusation. And after a detailed investigation, and perhaps Delhi police is also calling it a professional investigation in this entire matter, this charge sheet is going to be filed today in the Rao Avenue court. So the details will emerge once the charge sheet will be filed, and perhaps when the cognizance will be taken by the court. But it is very unlikely that court will take cognizance today, because because usually in a routine procedure, the court takes some time to take cognizance. Suppose that only we would be able to report what has been written in the charge sheet, or the details that Delhi police has managed to has found in the investigation that they have done. Back to you.
Siddharth, I request you to stay on with us. Let me also bring in Arundhati, our colleague, who's also with us on the broadcast. Arun, if we were to talk about Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, he has maintained his stance that he's innocent. We've also are given to understand that the security outside his residence has been increased ahead of the filing of this particular charge sheet against him by the Delhi police. If you can offer some perspective vis-a-vis that and the statements that he's still standing by.
Well,
Arun, are you,
Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh has been maintaining that, yes, that he is innocent, and it is going to be a big shot in the arm for Brij Bhushan, as we are given to understand that there is no corroborative evidence as far as POCSO case is concerned. So this is going to be a huge relief for Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, and he's been saying this thing that this is a malicious campaign against him. He hasn't done anything wrong. In fact, he named Congress party for this malicious campaign against him. Now, as we speak, Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh is inside his residence right behind me, and he's been staying put for past couple of days in Delhi. And of course, as the next date has been given for the 4th of July for the status report. But as far as charge sheet is concerned, that is also going to be very, very important as to what are the sections which has been used in that charge sheet. And once that is clear, we'll be able to get much clarity as what has Delhi police in fact investigated in the entire matter. Remember, two, 3 days back, one of the wrestlers who in fact alleged the sexual assault was taken here by the Delhi police to actually recreate the scene at the residence come office of Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. That is something which is also going to be important as to what Delhi police has found in that. And in fact, we are told that various other details were shared by the wrestlers to the Delhi police in this regard. So this is going to be complete details of entire investigation in this charge sheet, and once that charge sheet is in the court, once we start getting the details of that charge sheet, that will also help us understand as to on which direction Delhi police has concluded their investigation